Good afternoon, students and teachers. My name is Lachlan Milak and I am one of the 2021 college captains. Today is a day of great celebration. This morning we officially mark the beginning of the 2021 school year and all the excitement and promise that it brings. And we welcome new members of our college community too. We also have the opportunity to acknowledge the achievements of a number of students, including the 20 VCE students of the class of 2020. To begin though, it is my pleasure to invite our new college principal, Mr. Brennan, to the lectern to address us. As he joins our college community, please make him feel very welcome.
Today is a very, very important day in a school year. It's a day where we formally take time to plan and reflect on what the year ahead awaits for us, to set our goals and to look forward with anticipation. Firstly, I would like to personally congratulate the class of 2020 and in particular the 20 wonderful students we acknowledge here today on their academic achievements. I hope their presence today inspires you all, especially the class of 2021, to dream of emulating their successes and possibly even motivating you to achieve even greater, building on their great work to create a legacy of your own for those who follow you to aspire to. The results of the students we recognise today did not happen by accident or by some form of magic. These students dared to dream. They overcame the fears and the many obstacles the global pandemic put in their way to prosper. Their dedication and hard work allowed them to set their own paths and to reach the heights they did. I commend them and wish them every success in the future. These students should engender in us the courage to dream of possibilities, to set our expectations high, and to brace ourselves for the hard work that lies ahead. For if we are to dream of what might be and ponder what our future holds, we must consider what will be required of us to reach our personal dreams. To ask ourselves, what sacrifices am I willing to make? How hard am I willing to work to accomplish my dream? For achieving academic success does not come easy, not even to the brightest students. It demands dedication, organisation, persistence, and lots of hard work. Dreaming is a very important aspect of our lives. After all, dreaming is a form of planning. James Allen was known to say, "The greatest achievement was at first and for a time a dream." The oak sleeps in the acorn, the bird awaits in an egg, and in the highest vision of a soul, a waking angel stirs. Dreams are the seedlings of realities. So I ask all of you here today, what are your dreams for 2021 and beyond? What are you working towards? For without dreams, we can meander through life, lacking direction and drive. Without dreams, we can lose the exhilaration of new and wonderful possibilities. Karen Davin says, "Only as high as I reach can I grow. Only as far as I seek can I go. Only as deep as I look can I see. Only as much as I dream can I be." So I say, dream big. However, as you dream, I want you to remember that God calls us to be more than just good academics. We have to be more than merely our ATAR score. He asks us to be disciples in our world, to demonstrate to those we meet how Jesus would have us live. We are called to promote a world that has an expanded sense of compassion and respect, to believe in the possibility of healing and forgiveness. As a Catholic community, we are summoned to use our gifts our dreams and our experiences to do more than just achieve good academic results. We are called to bring about the kingdom of God to all we encounter. Each of us are invited to bring our individual dreams, experiences, and God-given talents to everything that we do. Therefore, as you dream of academic success, I want you to contemplate, how can I contribute to this great community? How can I be a positive influence? How can I shine brightly so that through me others may see the wonder and vision of the love of God? Consequently, I encourage you to dream big and be even bigger, to look to the future with much anticipation, hope and joy. I pray that your dreams are selfless and living out those dreams will make this world a better place. I hope that you will have the courage to overcome the fears that come with dreaming a better future. I pray that you will not allow fear to paralyse you and prevent you from becoming the great men and women you have the potential to be. Your God-given talents and gifts, enhanced by your life experiences, your joys and sadnesses, your triumphs, your successes and your failures, have brought you to this moment. They have made you who you are today, and they will continue to form you into the future. Take strength from the knowledge that you are not alone in your dreams, that your dreams will empower you, take you out of your comfort zone, and give you the strength and courage to step into the unfamiliar. I encourage you to grasp, enjoy, and appreciate everything that the year ahead has to offer. Embrace the many wonderful experiences that are sure to come your way, the highs and lows, the friendships, sporting triumphs, academic successes, even the hard work. And as you mull over these, remember your actions and behaviours will directly impact on the experiences and dreams of others. Take time to experience the beauty of the kingdom of God in all that you do, in all the people you meet, and to savour the joy that comes from the grace of human experience. I hope you experience the grace of God here at Caroline Chisholm Catholic College, and in turn you bring it to life for others in our community through acts of compassion, generosity, humility, gentleness, patience, forgiveness, respect, and honesty. I ask, will what you have seen and heard today influence the way you approach this year? Will you be encouraged to aim higher? Will you let your light shine brighter for the benefit of this community? Will your actions and your words contribute to creating a legacy at this college, the like that we have never seen before? My hope is that all of you, and in particular the class of 2021, will dare to dream big. Be willing to experience what the year affords, make the most of the opportunities that will present, and ultimately take the lessons you learn here at Caroline Chisholm Catholic College and become the great young Christian men and women you have the potential to be. To take up the challenge of applying yourselves in such a way as to grow and to live life to the full. And I conclude with this poem titled, Dream Your Own Dream. Dream your own dream and follow your own star. There wouldn't be a heaven full of stars if we're all meant to wish on the same one. There will always be dreams grander or humbler than your own, but there will never be a dream exactly like your own, for you are unique and more wondrous than you know. Do your best. There are no shortcuts on the way to a dream. So give all that you have to all that you do. And above all things, believe in yourself. This is all the dream asks of you, but it is everything. I wish you well for the year ahead, and I hope it's the best year you've had yet. Thank you.
Good morning, staff and students. As Head of Learning for Visual Arts, I am delighted to be joining you to announce the students selected as part of our art acquisition program. In 1991, Miss Mary Udovicic established the Caroline Chisholm Catholic College Art Acquisition Collection, which showcases a selection of exceptional art and design work created by students who undertake the study and practice of a visual arts subject. The selection process is becoming increasingly challenged each year as the talent and creative pursuit of our students flourishes. As a college community, we are very privileged to own and have on public view pieces by past students who are currently enjoying studies and careers in the art and design industry, as well as those who utilise the opportunity to immerse themselves into a subject that has provided them with a creative outlet during their years at the school. In 2020, we continued to add to our art acquisition collection. The following students will receive a certificate and payment acknowledging their extraordinary achievement, in addition to the honour of having their work on public display at our college. I will not ask students to come forward today, but I will ask them to please see me in the Visual Arts Department today to collect their acknowledgement. I kindly ask that you hold your applause until all names have been read. Mr. Brennan, guests, students and staff, in 2020, the work selected for the college's collection includes Balance, painted by Ashley Kaletsoglu. Thank You, digitally illustrated by Sabrina Chan. Essence, painted by Jasmine Andres. Landscape, painted by Derek Manila. Pennies for Poverty, photographed by Shashini Dandeni Arechegi, sorry. And lastly, Travel to the Imaginary, designed by Selena Lee. Please join me in congratulating all these students on their achievement.
A short time ago, the college captains had the honour of being inducted into these roles during the commissioning mass. But leadership at our college comes in varying forms, and many students take the opportunity to put their name forward for a leadership role in their campus, in their house, in their LM group, or in their subject area. It is not easy to volunteer for a leadership role. So before we announce some key student leadership positions within our college, I ask everyone to join me in thanking and congratulating every student who applied for one of these leadership positions in our community. It gives me great pleasure to be able to announce today the students selected as house captains, subject captains, learner mentor representatives and ambassadors for 2021. These students will not receive their badges today, but they will be presented with them at a later time. It now gives me great pleasure to first announce the house captains for 2021. I ask that you hold your applause until all names have been read out. For Ambrose House, Jericho Villoria. For Clare House, Michelle Nguyen. Galgani House, Ali Nguyen. And for Lorenzo House, Anna Marabeliatakis. Please join me in congratulating these students. It is also my privilege to announce today the student captains for Ministry, English, Humanities, Languages, Music, Performing Arts, Sport, STEM, Sustainability and Visual Art areas of the college. Though these students won't come up today and won't be presented with their badges today, I'd like to acknowledge all these captains as they step up to take on these leadership roles. Please turn your attention to the PowerPoint. Please join me in congratulating all of these students. Thank you. In addition to these students that we've already acknowledged, I am delighted to recognise all the students who have taken on roles as LM representatives and college ambassadors. These students will also receive their badge at a later date. Please acknowledge the students now listed on the screens with a round of applause. Thank you. We would like to offer a final congratulations to all these students and good luck in your new leadership roles.
Good afternoon again, Sacred Heart students. Well, as the college's Senior Pathways Coordinator, I'm extremely honoured and humbled today to welcome back members of our top 20 from last year, 2020. This always gives me a lot of personal joy because many of these students I work very closely with myself, and some of them I've taught last year, so it's just fantastic. These students, now Mr Brennan touched on this, but they really embody our college vision, which calls us to be, amongst other things, to strive for excellence in all that we do and to be the best that we are called to be. Now, being in the top 20 is a wonderful achievement. Again, touching on what Mr Brennan has said, it would not have been possible without their strong work, their dedication, their work ethic, and also the support from their families. And I'd also like to really acknowledge the dedication and the expertise of all of the teaching and support staff, not just for their teachers from last year, but all the time that they've been with us at the college. They've walked with, they've guided these students of 2020 over their entire time at the college. Now, among the top 20 students from last year, they achieved an average ATAR of 90.82, right? Put that in perspective, an ATAR of 90.82 is within the top 9% of all of the state. Okay, so it's significant. That's a wonderful testament to these very hard-working, talented, high-achieving individuals. Additionally, I want to make reference to two of these students that we acknowledge today achieved a study score of 50, which is the maximum possible in one of their studies, and a number of others achieved 40+ scores. So I'm delighted to be able to present to you today the top 20 students for 2020, and to acknowledge them and remind them of their outstanding achievement. I'd like to ask Mr Brennan and Ms Farley to step forward and to present them with a small memento. Students and staff, please can I ask that you hold your applause until the end of the presentation, and then after all students have been announced. So Mr Brennan, guests, students and staff, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the members of the top 20 of the class of 2020. Firstly, Jackson Nguyen, I believe is here. Jackson. Tiana Din. Kylie Track. Serena Long. Now, unfortunately, Danny Tree cannot be with us today, but Michael Jagiello certainly is. Do Rita Ho. Katie Nguyen. Stephen Vu. Aaron Doe. Alicia Joseph. Peter Nguyen. Sophie Nguyen. Trong Nguyen. Brittany Fong, I don't believe can come on stage, but Mr. Brennan's going to go over and give you the memento. Fantastic. Unfortunately, Fabian De Bono can't be with us today, but Andrew Nguyen certainly is. Anthony Fan Lee. Jasmine Andre. Can you please join me in congratulating these students? Now, last but certainly not least, students and staff and guests, it gives me great pleasure to announce our Ducks of 2020. This Carolyn Chisholm Catholic College student, graduate, certainly exemplified being the best that he was called to be in the final year of his VCE studies last year. And he achieved an ATAR rank of 98.75. Just let that sink in. So, please join me recognising the Ducks from 2020, Jaquin Strafonda. Great stuff, mate. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dakin. Good morning. Hello, students and staff. I'm humbled having been asked to speak on behalf of the class of 2020. Despite the unprecedented challenges we all faced during 2020, I congratulate the 2020 VC graduates for their accomplishments. I'm honored to be encouraging all 2021 students to make the most of every educational opportunity. In 2015, I started my journey at Carolyn Chisholm Catholic College in Year 7. I felt I was close to the bottom of my class as I almost failed science. As the months passed, with determination and hard work, my grades began improving. In Year 8, with help from Miss Rosa, who conducted our science and mathematics classes, my grades began to improve. She helped myself and other students to strengthen our knowledge and to perform our best. Thank you, Miss Rosa, despite not being here, for your surprise quizzes and serious attitude towards learning, teaching me essential ideas and concepts. Nonetheless, I thank and appreciate all my junior teachers for the support and teaching, as they are part of who I am today. I am thankful for the many opportunities the college has given me to explore my interests and to grow as an adult. I enjoyed participating in excursions, relaxing camps, and stimulating mathematics competitions. Another special thank you would have to go Mr. Samet, also not here, as I began to explore engineering as an elective whilst a junior in his class. An important part of growing up and learning is to explore what the world has to offer. However, we cannot learn everything, so we must think carefully about what we want to explore. In Year 11, I considered completing BC Chemistry instead of BC Engineering. At the time, my chemistry scores were high, and the subject scaling influenced me as well. However, I'm glad I followed my heart and chose BC Systems Engineering over BC Chemistry, as I was more interested in systems engineering. Since that decision, I have no regrets leaving chemistry. I'm thrilled with my BC Systems Engineering achievements, particularly my electromechanical project and receiving the Premier's Award. Moreover, Mr. Chapman engaged our class with many new and upcoming technology research ideas. I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to learn machine learning and artificial intelligence, which brought to light my new career focus as a data scientist. I would like to congratulate Mr. Chapman for his 2020 Foster Adam Award for Leadership in Technologies Education. Thank you for being the best mathematics and engineering teacher for my last 2 years in this great school. I appreciate his sincere passion for teaching and the hundreds of work solutions videos he produced for us students during the 2020 lockdowns. I want to thank my teachers for the support over the years, for Mr. Smith, always answering any questions and explaining solutions comprehensively, Mr. Simeo, for being my learner mentor for the last 3 years and my methods teacher. Lastly, Ms. Dillon, for providing advice on my essays and writing. I will forever be grateful for the tireless approach to learning. Likewise, I am grateful to all my friends, and I implore all of you to appreciate your friends. Friends are essential support, so I thank my friends for taking care of me, as I could not have gotten here without them. Moving on, I would always encourage everyone to give it a go before assuming it is impossible. At the end of Year 10, I thought specialist mathematics was out of my reach and that I would not cope. So I would like to thank Ms. Zito for encouraging me to pursue specialist mathematics, as I discovered how intriguing mathematics is by learning specialist mathematics. However, should a subject have been too grueling, I was relieved to know the school was flexible and supporting to change subjects during specific dates. So I encourage every student to follow their passion and make the most of every opportunity available. Following my journey, I can tell you what has worked well for me, and maybe some of it will work well for you. I discovered the easiest route to success was to go beyond my limit by putting 110% effort into the practice of an activity I enjoy. Silly mistakes are part of human learning, but repetition will prevent future errors. We must use our heads when learning by reviewing our performance, comparing it to the teacher's advice, the solutions, or the examiner's report. We can realize where we are lacking. As we are all imperfect, the only way to improve is by identifying and understanding our weaknesses. In doing so, we can advance our skills so that next time in the quiz, or in the test, or in the soccer game, we can evolve our weaknesses into our strengths. Remember, there is never a dumb question, I asked my teachers the most basic of questions during last year. I grew my understanding by noting down their advice and absorbing it. Thank you to Miss Ambrosio for encouraging my past class to read over our notes regularly to familiarize the content. Her teachings are the core to doing well in the exam when practiced with practicing a wide variety of questions to prepare for any problem. In Year 12, I would handwrite solutions to unique questions or useful phrases in my notes for the relevant chapter section. I'd regularly read through this exercise book filled with only my detailed handwritten notes. Nearing the exams, I utilized flashcard rings for each subject to quickly recall recent mistakes on practice exams to efficiently memorize and improve. Once I felt I had fixed my fault, I could easily remove the card and continue focusing on remaining areas to improve. I'm grateful for today that I could offer my own experiences to support the current Year 12s, and I wish them a successful 2021. Lastly, to the class of 2020, congratulations to you all once again. High school is just a stepping stone throughout our education, with many futures available. Our scores will eventually become irrelevant, but we will never forget the memories, friendships, and impacts this college had on us. I wish everyone success in the future. Good luck, and make the most of 2021.
Can we please give one more round of applause for the top 20 students? As well as for the students who have had their art recognised by the college and those taking on leadership roles this year. I will remind those who didn't receive their awards today, art acquisition students, please drop by the art department, and student leaders, please look out for information from Ms. Tirakos as to when you will receive your badges. Thank you so much for your attention, and I ask that all students please stay seated and wait for instructions from your teachers. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you once again for your behaviour today. A few takeaway messages as we leave this place. Our gospel today reminded us to live life to the full. Our principal, Mr. Brennan, asked us to create a legacy the likes of which has never been seen. Our ducks from last year, Jaiquin, asked us to value and cherish our friendships. And of course, we commissioned our leaders, remembering, of course, that as Sacred Heart students, we are all leaders. Those key messages should be carried with you as you continue through the rest of Term 1 and through the rest of the year. And the first opportunity for us to show that we're taking on board those key messages comes next Thursday, when we lead the college in our whole school athletics carnival on Thursday. So we're really looking forward to gathering as a community. And I ask that you pay really close attention to the messages from Mr. Dicker regarding uniform and participation in events. I'm glad to hear the excitement as we talk about that really important event for us. I'd now like to invite Mr. Brennan, the leadership, and our top 20 students from last year to head off before I dismiss the students and staff.